portrait of three people whose accidents didn't have to happen. Pete O'Connor knew how to lift those mail sacks. Shirley Jensen wrote the company manual on slips and falls. And on the last hurried day of his life, Dan Kraft knew the crucial importance of safety when working on hazardous electrical equipment. But everything changed on that final day, not for lack of knowledge, experience, or skill, but because of some ways they thought and felt. As one accident report said later, it was almost as if all three had been sabotaged by their own brains.
To the scientist studying me, I'm the fantastically complicated 3-pound gray and white organ within your skull. The wrinkled, jelly-like mass you call your brain. I am, on all accounts, your most prized possession, and by far your most complicated. For here, within my 12 billion cells, is the source for all your thought, behavior, memory, knowledge, emotions, and attitudes, the most basic and vital of which provide you with the proper responses to the daily dangers you face. Dangerous machinery, I show you how to use it safely. Hazardous materials, I tell you how to handle them. Flying debris, I help you know how to protect yourself. Objects, light or heavy, I program you to lift and carry them safely. Dangerous surfaces, I'm the source of your ability to avoid slips and falls. Hazardous conditions, I alert you to the dangers and program you to react with care. Within and throughout the whole range of hazardous situations, I provide you with intelligent responses reinforced by your basic desire for self-preservation and your unique ability to imagine the possible consequences of unsafe acts. And so, I provide you with the wisdom to perceive danger and the knowledge and skill to perform tasks safely. But ironically, it is not enough to know.
We've been taught the right way to lift things. I mean, I knew better than to lift up that sack the way I did.
I knew it wasn't smart to run downstairs without holding the handrail or anything.
So why did Shirley Jensen fracture her hip?
I was in a hurry to get the job done, you see. It was Friday, and I wanted to get away early.
And why did Pete O'Connor rupture a lumbar disc?
I don't know. It was easier that way, and I thought I could get away with it.
It was easy. In a hurry, listen to some reasons so often reported for injury.
I just didn't think it would happen to me.
I was in a hurry that day, and I guess I was just careless.
I'd always done it that way before and never got hurt.
I just wasn't watching what I was doing, I guess.
I just thought taking a shortcut would be easier, that's all.
Shortcuts. The easy way. It happens all the time. But the easy way is too often the dangerous way, and shortcuts can make deep and painful cuts if they happen around cutting edges.
Help!
And the payoff is seen in emergency rooms all over the country. The cold, hard fact of the matter is that most accidents on or off the job happen to people who know how to work safely. So why do so many people kill and injure themselves every year? Well, let me tell you just a bit more about myself. As so many know, I am extremely sensitive to the chemical influences from all kinds of drugs. And just one drop of alcohol in 1,000 drops of blood is quite enough to blur and distort what I think, hear, and see. But I am sensitive, too, to feelings, emotions, and attitudes, which can also distort the way you think, hear, and see. Angry, indifferent, impatient, bored, sleepy, stressed, upset, hungover, perhaps coupled with attitudes like, it won't happen to me, it's not my problem, shortcuts save time, this job is dull, the boss has it in for me. Singly or in combination, they can cut through my cortical layers like a sharp knife, releasing the risk-taking attitudes which bounce between my billions of cells with the familiar words you know so well.
Who needs a ladder? A chair's good enough.
Let it ring. It's not my phone.
Well, hey, it's not my problem if the floor's slippery.
Picking stuff up off the floor isn't part of my job description.
Or, in the case of Dan Kraft,
See you tomorrow, Jerry. See you later, Dan.
Hey, Dan, hold it up a minute, will you, please?
Yeah, Al, what's up?
Oh, the circuit to the machine shop is shorting out or something. The breaker's overheating, and I want you to take care of it for me.
Come on, Al. I was just ready to take off. You said I could leave early today, remember?
Yeah, but you have to check the circuit first. Can't afford to have something blow and shut the shop down.
Can't you have Jim or Charlie do it? I really got to get out of here.
I'm sorry, Dan. You're the only guy I've got. It shouldn't take long.
Yeah, I know. Nothing should take long, but everything does, huh? This is going to be the fastest check job you ever saw.
countdown to tragedy, and the clock is ticking. You see, the vast majority of injury accidents are created by people, not things. Tripping hazards don't reach up and grab your feet. Machines don't reach out and bite. Hand tools don't slice and jab your flesh by themselves. File drawers don't lie in wait to hurt you without help. Stairways don't snatch their steps out from under you. And lifted objects don't conspire to strain your back. No, while it grieves me to say it, accidents originate right here among my 12 billion cells, made easy by the attitudes which color the way so many think and feel.
It won't happen to me.
We've always done it this way.
It's not my problem.
I haven't had an accident in 20 years.
Unfortunately, it is one of my tendencies to justify and reinforce dangerous attitudes and acts like that whenever you get away with them. Though, like Russian roulette, the chances for catastrophic consequences increase with the frequency of play. And a very great many who will be injured today are the very same people who got away with it yesterday. So, what's to do? Well, for starters, consider the consequences of shortcuts and dangerous behavior. Risk of snatching up a heavy load like that, or that. Right, the consequences could involve a ruptured disc and some mighty serious surgery. Yet back injuries from improper lifting and carrying still account for more time lost than any other on or off job cause.
See, what happened to me was all those mail sacks looked pretty much alike. And I kind of got in the habit of grabbing them off the dolly and tossing them in the truck without testing them for weight or anything. Now, I know that's not the right way to do it, but it saves time. And, well, this one day I grabbed a really heavy sack. And I've been laid up ever since.
Risk of running down stairs like that? Absolutely, you could slip, trip, or fall. And the consequences could be and have been everything from a broken nose to a broken neck. Still, slips and falls hospitalize hundreds of thousands of people a year who just didn't consider the consequences.
On this one Friday, I had to leave a few minutes early, and just when I was ready to go, my boss said she had to have a report that was in an office downstairs. The elevators in our building are really slow, so I took the stairs. Well, like I said, I was in a hurry, so I was running, and I sure took a nasty fall.
But there's still another reason to consider the consequences. Because, you see, it's one of my characteristics that while I may receive inputs from your ears, nose, eyes, and other sense organs, I don't always allow you to recognize the possible risks they perceive. So while you may see the slippery floor, the open drawer, the flammable rags, the overloaded circuit, the cluttered ground, the forgotten tool, the unused seatbelt, such things often fail to signal danger, and the result can be as dangerous as a lighted match in a gas tank. So use your brain. Be alert. Force me not just to see, but to make you act. So make it click, pick it up, close it, clean it, because a hazard recognized is an accident prevented. Finally, remember, things change. Just because you used your office chair as a ladder last week and got away with it, this time it may roll out from under you. Just because you lifted things like that 100 times before and got away with it, you may not this time. And just because you didn't need your seatbelt yesterday, it may save your life today. And last of all, remember, people change. By the year, day, hour, and minute as they run through the spectrum of feelings, emotions, and attitudes, some of which may be hazardous to your health. Mad at the world today? Careful. Anxious about home problems? Careful. Bored with doing the same old thing? Careful. Mad at the boss? Careful. Upset and in a hurry like Dan Kraft? Careful.
Mike, do you have any safety locks with you? I forgot mine. I need to lock off this circuit breaker while I work on the switch to the machine shop by the loading dock.
Not with me. You get him in the storeroom, though.
No, I don't have time. You going to be here for a while?
No, I'm through now.
Ah, great. Well, I'll leave a note, I guess. I'm only going to be working there a few minutes.
That's good. You're going to be cutting the power off to the machine shop, and you know how those guys are.
I'm in just as much a hurry as they are. See you later.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
And so Dan Kraft, an experienced and skillful worker, takes the shortcut he thought would save him 5 minutes and will cost him his life. And so I'm concerned. Because while people use my highest capabilities and best functions to collect safety knowledge and skills, they so often bypass, ignore, overrule, and replace them with their simplest and most self-destructive emotions and attitudes. And the tragic result is that I become the cause of accidents, not their cure. Remember, I said things change. Well, in the case of Dan Kraft, a passing forklift blew away his note. And 90 seconds later, someone from the machine shop, seeing the open and unlocked circuit breaker, decided to close it. Portrait of an accident that should never have happened. And accidents don't happen to the vast majority of you who do consider the consequences of unsafe behavior by lifting correctly, using stairs properly, and by safely performing thousands of other tasks both on and off the job. For you, safety attitudes are the keystone to accident prevention, because you know so well that no job is so important and no service so urgent that time and thought cannot be taken to perform the job safely. As the source of all your wisdom, I ought to know.